Guys, how did Syracuse in person match up to what you guys saw in film as you prepared for them?
Pretty much the same, kind of what we thought. We knew they were going to be a tough team. They were ready to come in and play and win, kind of how they did. They had a couple tough losses, so we knew they'll be ready to play.
Pretty much what you said.
What changed in the second half? You guys had the lead, and then they went on a pretty significant run, and then you guys were just fighting to come back. What changed as they put together that run?
I mean, they were hitting shots. They shot it well. I feel like we just had to come out more ready. We had to have the same energy we had kind of to the first half. Yeah.
CJ, just want to ask, what was it like for you to see Fad Mata back here tonight and have the moment that he had here tonight?
It was actually at halftime, so we didn't really get to see what happened. But, I mean, having that back is just, surreal for a lot of the fans and us guys that played for him just to see him again.
CJ, what did you think of the defensive effort for you guys? Kyle said they hit some shots. They shot it, I think, better than they had shot it all year. But were you guys playing them hard enough defensively?
Definitely not. We kind of were just playing to play. We weren't playing to win how we should play. We weren't that tougher team that we have to be night in and night out. We're not very good when we aren't that team, basically. So if we give up, I think they shot, 50% in the second half or something like that. We're not going to win very many games like that.
Both players, could you call it their defense, or you look like you had some open looks and the ball just didn't go in, but what about the fact the ball didn't go in?
I mean, I wouldn't say that's the reason that we lost. Biggest thing for us is defense, and that's kind of where we lost the game. We could have got a couple more stops in the first and second half, and that just didn't happen. So I guess that led a little to offensively guys missing a couple more shots than they usually do.
Yeah, like C was saying, we need to have that identity every night, especially on the defensive end. The more tougher team, aggressive team, and we just weren't fully that tonight. So,
CJ, do you feel like they were more physical than you expected them to be? They had 3 guys that fouled out down low, and it seemed like you spent a lot of the game on the ground. Do you feel like they were more physical than you expected them to be?
Probably not more than I expected. We knew it was going to be a grimy game, a slow-paced game, and we knew that they were a physical team. They kind of just want to keep you in front, and we knew they box out hard, so it wasn't any more physical than I thought. They just played a lot tougher than we did.
And I guess, Kyle, some of those battles down low, I mean, if it's what you expected, you were beat at some points, but how did you feel like that went, especially with guys kind of getting in on you? And
I mean, we knew coming in, like C was saying, they were going to be a strong rebounding team. They had some big guys. With every play, you got to battle. You got to be ready to block out. You're going to take some shots, but it's a physical game, and they're not going to call everything. So you just got to come in ready to play.
Kyle, you had a look in the last 2 minutes or so. You guys were down 6, and you were at the rim, and it looked like maybe you all, or the bench at least, thought it might have been a goaltend. What was your view of that, and did not getting that bucket when you were trying to make a comeback take any energy out of you guys?
I mean, it is what it is now. It wasn't a call, but I mean, it looked like it was up on the glass. I don't know from where I was. I don't know if you guys could see it, but yeah.
But what does it take to sort of refocus after this? This is the first. You guys have faced some adversity throughout the season, but this is obviously the first loss. What does it take to refocus the team after a result like this?
We just got to come together, look at the film, look at spots where we have to get better and improve. It's a little different now because Sunday we have Big Ten play starts, so we have to get better fast. And Minnesota's a very good team, and they're going to come in just as physical and play just as hard as Syracuse did tonight, so we have to be ready.
Yeah, I agree. Minnesota's another good team. We got to come back ready in practice, just get better every day and get back to that identity I was talking about.
What did the start to the game feel like? You guys scored in your first 4 possessions. I think you're up 9-2, and Boeheim was saying that you guys were getting some looks that they don't normally give up. What were you guys doing effectively in the very early going? I
mean, I think that was just the energy we were talking about. Came out ready to play, even making hustle plays, stuff like that. But as the game went on, I feel like we kind of just, I'd say relaxed, but we were just playing. And it can't be. We got to, like I said, with that identity, we got to be the tougher, more aggressive team. And I don't think we were the whole game.
Does a game like this help you refocus for Big Ten play? Obviously, I know there's some non-conference games to come after this two-game stretch, but does a game like this help get you in the right mindset for Big Ten conference play?
I think so, just to see basically, how we will respond. The first step is in practice Friday or tomorrow, and just see, we got to get better. So, you know, when it's winning and everybody's, you know, enjoying themselves, and it's kind of easy just to, you know, just say we're good and just move on. But when you lose, that's kind of when you find out what kind of team you got and what kind of guys you got. And I think we got the right good guys in the locker room, the right group, and we'll just have to refocus for Sunday.
How much different is this for you now as a senior? Obviously, last year there were so many other guys who could, you know, pick you up after a loss. How much more vocal or how much more do you have to be involved now this time around as the senior?
A little bit more vocal, but I mean, we just got a lot of guys that compete and they're competitors. So nothing really has changed. Credit to Coach Holt and bringing in guys that really want to win and want to win more than anything, not for themselves, but for everyone in the locker room and the university.
How do you guys feel like you've done here in this first opening stretch here? I mean, there were a lot of people that thought you might have a couple more losses by now. I mean, you guys have faced a lot of tough teams and played pretty well against them. How would you assess your guys' play here in these first 7 games?
Nothing short of, you know, as a group, what we expect. We just got to bring it every night, and we were bringing it the nights that we needed to, and tonight we just didn't. That's kind of all I got about that.
Yeah, I think we played well, but we got to come out every night, you know, just ready to prove to people how good we are as a team. We kind of got to have that edge, because like you said, a lot of people expected us to have a few more losses by now, so we got to play like with that edge every night. We can't lose that.
Are you guys happy with the way you guys have started this year? Obviously, the night didn't go the way you wanted to, but you're 6-1. You know, are you guys happy with how things have gone going into Big Ten play?
You definitely want to win every game. I mean, regardless of how you played or how, you know, defense was or how you shot the ball, you want to win every game. And so I guess you could say, I wouldn't say happy is the word, but we're definitely, you know, moving in the right direction. Yeah.
Is there maybe a bit of different energy when you prepare for a team like a Syracuse that's historically great about? I mean, do you guys ever think of that, preparing for a game like that?
I would say we approach it as any other game, and the games that we've had last week and last Friday was pretty much the same approach.